Hello out there and welcome to Peter's online tutor. Today we shall be looking at physics. Now we have a question on the board, all right? We are asked to calculate the refractive index of the glass. Now looking at the diagram closely, all right? Now we have the incident ray, we have the reflected ray, and then we have the refracted ray. Now 60 degree here is the angle of incidence, all right? And then one of the laws of reflection, okay, states that the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. So as it stands now, if 60 degree is the angle of incidence, so it shows that what the angle of what of reflection is also what 60 degree. Now we are told that angle 90, okay, is between the reflected ray and then the refracted ray. All right. Now based on what we are having now, how do we go about getting the refractive index of the glass? Let us go. All right. Now, for what we are having here, all right. So now, what is now the angle of refraction? All right. So how do we get the angle of refraction? Now, follow me. Remember that the ray of light is traveling from air to glass. That means it is traveling from a less dense medium to a denser medium. Now, let us get this angle here. How do we get this particular angle? Now, remember that this 60 degree, which is the angle of reflection, the 90 degree here, which is the angle between the reflected ray and the refracted ray, and this other angle here. This particular angle here, known as the angle of refraction. All right. Now let me call this place R. Okay. Now this 60 degree, this 90 degree, and this R, they are on this straight line. And sum of angles on the straight line is what? Is 180 degree. So I can write 60 degree plus 90 degree plus R equals 180 degree. Remember the sum of angles on the straight line. All right. So from what you're having here, 60 plus 90 will give us 150 degree. So 150 degree plus R equals 180 degree. So R equals 180 degree minus 150 degree. And that gives us what? 30 degree. So our angle of refraction is 30 degree, all right? And then our angle of incidence is what? Is 60 degree. All right. Now, how do we now get the refractive index? Now we are aware of the fact that refractive index is equal to sine I over what? Over sine R. All right, that's Snell's law. Good. Now from here, our refractive index N equals sine I. What's our I? Our I there is 60 degree over sine R. Our R here is what? Is 30 degree. Now, if you divide sine 60 degree by sine 30 degree, you'll be getting what? 1.73. So our refractive index is 1.73. All right. So that is our answer. Thank you.